Your intuition isn't a feeling, it's a command line from the divine. The feeling you had this morning when you first opened your eyes, do not ignore it. You felt a heaviness, a sudden thought that you needed to check something, or call someone, or go a different way to work. You pushed it down. You told yourself you were just tired. You told yourself it was just your imagination. Stop lying to yourself. That was not a feeling. That was a command line. That was a direct override code sent from the divine to your spirit, trying to break the loop you have been stuck in for the last 3 years. You are watching this right now because the algorithm did not choose this for you. I chose this for you. I placed this video in front of you because you missed the first signal. You missed the whisper. So now I have to shout. My child, you are living your life on a script that was written by people who are terrified of your potential. You call it being realistic. I call it a cage. You have an intuition that screams at you almost every single day. It tells you that the job you are in is draining your soul. It tells you that the person you are trying to please will never actually see you. It tells you that there is a deposit of power inside you that you haven't even touched yet. But every time that command line flashes on the screen of your mind, you hit delete. You have been trained to trust your fear more than your faith. You have been trained to trust the logic of the world more than the code of the heavens. That stops today. Right now. Listen to the silence in the room around you. Do you feel that? That is the calm before the earthquake. Something massive is shifting in your atmosphere. You have felt it building for weeks, haven't you? A restlessness. A feeling that the shoes you are wearing don't fit anymore. A feeling that the conversations you are having are shallow and empty. You find yourself staring off into space, zoning out, feeling like you are waiting for a bus that never comes. That is not boredom. That is your spirit buffering. You are downloading a massive update, and the people around you cannot handle the new version of you that is about to come online. I need you to pay very close attention to the next few hours. This is not a general horoscope. This is a tactical briefing. There is a specific window of time that has opened over your life, and it is closing rapidly. The command line you received this morning, that sudden urge, that flash of a face, that number you saw on the clock, it was a key. And because you didn't use it, the door is starting to lock. You have exactly until the sun goes down today to reset the code. If you wait until tomorrow, the pattern will reset, and you will have to go around the mountain again. Do not go around the mountain again. You have circled this same struggle long enough. Think about the last time you trusted that gut feeling. Really think. Maybe it was years ago. You had a feeling not to trust that person. But you did it anyway because you didn't want to be rude. You didn't want to be difficult. And what happened? They stole from you. They stole your time. They stole your joy. They stole your peace. You look back on that moment and you say, I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. Yes, you did. Because your system was working perfectly. Your intuition was reading the code of their spirit and warning you. But you overrode the command. You let your logic, or your fear of being alone, or your need for approval, overwrite the divine protection I placed inside you. You are doing it again. Right now, there is a decision looming over you. It might be about a contract. It might be about a move. It might be about a relationship that has gone cold. Your head is making a list of pros and cons. Your head is doing the math. But your stomach is in knots. Your chest feels tight. That is the command line. That is the error message blinking red. The math looks good, but the code is corrupted. I am telling you, if you sign that paper, if you make that move based on logic alone, you will walk into a trap that has been set for you since you were a child. I am speaking to the one who feels like the black sheep. You have always been the odd one out. Even at family gatherings, you sit there and you smile, but inside you feel like you are watching a play. You feel like an observer. You wonder why you care about things they don't care about. You wonder why you feel the pain of the world so deeply while they just watch the news and eat their dinner. You think something is wrong with you. You think you are broken. My child, you are not broken. You are a prototype. You were built with a receiver that they do not have. You pick up signals that they cannot hear. The enemy knows this. The enemy has known this since you were in the cradle. Why do you think you have been attacked so much? Why do you think your childhood was filled with that specific kind of loneliness? Why do you think you have faced betrayal after betrayal? It was a strategy. It was a targeted campaign to damage your receiver. The enemy wanted to fill your frequency with so much static, so much trauma, so much doubt, so much noise, that you would stop listening to the command line. The enemy wanted you to believe that your intuition is just anxiety. They labeled you. They told you that you were too sensitive. Who told you that? Think of the face. Was it a parent? A teacher? An ex-partner? That person was a handler. They were assigned to dampen your signal. When they said, "You are too sensitive," what they really meant was, "Your radar is too strong, and it makes me nervous." Your ability to sense the truth is a threat to liars. Your ability to feel the future is a threat to those who want to control your past. So they shamed you. They made you feel small. They made you feel like your power was a weakness. And for a long time, it worked. You turned the volume down. You stopped talking about your dreams. You stopped trusting that first hit of instinct. You started asking everyone else for advice instead of listening to the king inside of you. But the wire was never cut. It was just covered. And today, I am ripping the cover off. The static is clearing. That is why you feel so agitated right now. That is why you might feel like crying for no reason. It is the pressure of the truth rising to the surface. The command line is flashing again. Execute Plan A. You have been living on Plan B for a decade. Plan B is safe. Plan B is comfortable. Plan B keeps the peace. But Plan B is slowly killing your spirit. Plan A is scary. Plan A requires you to walk on water. Plan A requires you to look crazy to the people who are asleep. The timeline is imminent. I am not talking about next year. I am talking about the next few hours. There is a shift happening in the unseen realm. A specific chain of events has been set in motion because you finally stopped scrolling and started listening. There is a blockage in your life, maybe it is financial, a sum of money that is held up. Maybe it is legal. Maybe it is a silence between you and someone you love. The blockage is about to burst. But you must key in the command. How do you key it in? You stop asking for permission. You stop checking the facts that the world presents to you. The facts say you are broke. The facts say you are unqualified. The facts say it is impossible. The command line says, "IT is done." You need to align with the command line. There is a specific person in your life right now who is acting as a jammer. They are not necessarily a bad person. They might even love you. But every time you share a new idea, every time you express hope, they bring you back down to earth. Be careful, they say. Don't get your hopes up. They think they are protecting you from disappointment. They are actually infecting you with doubt. They are a jammer. They are broadcasting a signal of fear that interferes with your reception of my instructions. You need to distance yourself from this frequency immediately. Not forever, maybe, but for right now. For this critical window. You cannot afford the static. I see you sitting in your car, gripping the steering wheel, staring out the windshield but seeing nothing. I see the conversations you have with yourself in the shower. You are arguing with people who aren't there. You are defending your worth to a court that doesn't exist. You are exhausted from the trial. You are tired of proving that you matter. Rest now. The trial is over. The verdict is in. You are chosen. You are cleared. The debt they said you owed? It was never yours. You have been paying interest on a debt that belonged to your ancestors. You have been carrying a guilt that was passed down like a heavy coat. Take the coat off. It does not fit you. The outsider feeling you have? That is your greatest asset. It means you are not entangled in the system. It means when the system crashes, and it will crash, you will be the only one standing because you never leaned on it in the first place. You leaned on me. Or at least, you used to. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to the days when you would move on a whim and find a miracle. Remember that? Remember when you used to follow the signs? You would see a feather, or hear a song, and you would know it was a message. You stopped doing that. You got serious. You got grown up. You got lost. Let's find you again. The command line is scrolling. It is green text on a black screen. It says, "Your intuition is not a glitch. It is the guide." There is a situation brewing at your workplace or in your source of income. You have sensed the whispers. You have seen the emails that didn't make sense. You felt the shift in the manager's attitude. Your logic said, "I'm just being paranoid." Your intuition screamed, "Prepare." Listen to the scream. Do not be caught sleeping. There is a changing of the guard coming. The ones who have suppressed you are about to be exposed. Their errors are about to come to light. But you must be positioned correctly. If you are standing with them when the wall falls, you will be crushed. If you are standing apart, following the command line, you will step over the rubble and take the throne. This is about position. It is not about effort. You have been working so hard. You are the hardest worker in the room. You are the one who fixes everything. You are the one who remembers birthdays. You are the one who stays late. And what has it gotten you? More work. More ungratefulness. You cannot earn your way out of this. You have to navigate your way out. And the navigation system is your gut feeling. I want you to do something very specific. It is a simple physical act to break the pattern. I want you to find a piece of paper. Not a digital note. A real piece of paper. I want you to write down the one thing you are most afraid of right now. The one scenario that keeps you awake. Write it down. Look at it. Now, I want you to write "overwritten" across it in big letters. Then, I want you to destroy that paper. Tear it up. Burn it safely. Flush it. This is not just a ritual. This is you physically entering a command into the simulation. You are telling the universe that this fear no longer has administrative rights over your life. You are revoking its access. Do this before the sun sets. Do not wait. The energy is ripe right now. The portal is open. If you delay, the doubt will creep back in. The logic will return. That's silly, you will think. That's just a piece of paper. And the chain will tighten again. Do not let the chain tighten. There is a secret injustice that has been done to you. It involves a name. A name that was spoken in a room you were not in. Someone used your name to cover their own mistake. They blamed you for a delay, or a loss, or a conflict that they caused. You have felt the effects of this lie. You have felt the coldness from people who used to be warm. You didn't know why. You racked your brain trying to figure out what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. You were framed. And the one who framed you is smiling in your face. They think they got away with it. They think you are clueless. But the command line sees all. The code records every keystroke. And the logs are about to be released. You do not need to fight this battle. You do not need to defend yourself. You just need to be silent and watch. The truth will out. It is a cliché because it is a law of physics. Pressure builds. Lies are weak structures. They cannot hold the weight of time. The structure is creaking. Can you hear it? The collapse is imminent. You have been feeling a pain in your body. A tension in your shoulders, a knot in your stomach, a headache behind your eyes. You have been treating it with medicine, with sleep, with water. But it won't go away. That is because it is not physical pain. It is spiritual data. Your body is the hardware. Your spirit is the software. When the software detects a threat, the hardware heats up. That pain is an alarm. It is telling you that you are in the wrong environment. You are sitting too close to a fire that is going to burn you. You need to move. Move your energy. Shift your focus. Stop staring at the problem. Staring at the problem feeds the problem. Staring at the problem is you accepting the problem's reality. Look away. Look at the solution. The solution is inside the command line. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you ask, "What should I do?" Not the second thing. The second thing is fear. The first thing. The immediate flash. Call her. Quit. Go there. Write it. That is the command. Do it. You are scared. I know. It feels risky. It feels like jumping off a cliff. But you are not jumping into the void. You are jumping into my hands. I have never dropped you. I have shaken you, yes. I have turned you upside down to get the loose change out of your pockets, yes. But I have never dropped you. You are still here. You survived the dark year. You survived the heartbreak that you thought would kill you. You survived the betrayal. You are unbreakable because you are forged in fire. The others, the ones who scroll past this, the ones who mock, the ones who live on the surface, they are made of glass. They look shiny, but they shatter easily. You are made of iron. You rust sometimes, yes. You feel heavy, yes. But you do not break. And right now, I am oiling the iron. I am removing the rust. I am preparing you for a heavy lift. There is a blessing coming that is so heavy, so massive, that if I gave it to you yesterday, it would have crushed you. You needed the strength you built in the struggle. You needed to be tough. But the training period is ending. The deployment is beginning. The mission is changing from survive to conquer. The command line is updating. Wait. I need to tell you about the number. You keep seeing it. 1111, 222. 444, or maybe a specific date. Your birthday. Your mother's birthday. A house number from your childhood. You see it on license plates. You see it on receipts. You see it on the microwave. You think it is a coincidence. It is not. It is a ping. It is a sonar ping from your destiny to your current location. It is the lighthouse sweeping the dark ocean, and for a split second, the light hits you. It is saying, I am here. Keep coming. When you see that number today, and you will see it within 1 hour of watching this video, do not just say, oh, cool. Stop. Acknowledge the signal. Say out loud, I hear the command. This acknowledges the connection. It strengthens the signal. It tells the universe you are awake at the wheel. The person who left you, they are thinking about you right now. Not with love, perhaps, but with regret. They are realizing that the grass was not greener. They are realizing that the light they saw in you was rare. They are trying to find a way to ping you. They might check your story. They might ask a friend about you. Do not engage. This is a test. If you go back to the old pattern, you cancel the new download. You must stand your ground. You are the prize. You are not the option. Your intuition is protecting you from a re-entry of chaos. That sudden wave of nausea you get when you see their name? That is the command line saying, access denied. Respect the denial. Do not override the firewall. We are approaching the critical moment. The window I spoke of. The sun is moving. The shadows are lengthening. The time for decision is now. You have a choice. You can close this video, go back to your scrolling, go back to your numbness, and wait for life to happen to you. You can continue to be an extra in the movie of your own life. Or you can accept the role of the director. You can take the headset. You can start shouting, action, and cut. The command line is blinking. The cursor is waiting. What will you type? You have felt like you are running out of time. Like you are behind in life. Look at your friends. They are getting married. They are buying houses. They are having babies. They are getting promotions. And you feel like you are standing still. You feel like you are in a waiting room while everyone else is at the party. Listen to me. They are on the carousel. They are moving, yes, but they are going in circles. They are passing the same plastic horses over and over again. You are not on the carousel. You are on the launch pad. The rocket sits still while it fuels. It sits still while the systems are checked. It looks like it is doing nothing. But when it launches, it touches the stars while the carousel just spins in the dirt. Do not envy the carousel. Your stillness is purpose. Your waiting is preparation. But the countdown has started. T-. There is a document you need to find. I am seeing a drawer. A messy drawer. Or a box under a bed. There is a paper there. Maybe an old policy. A certificate. A will. A letter you never opened. Or a letter you wrote and forgot. There is information there that you have forgotten. Information that changes the game. Your intuition has been trying to make you clean that drawer for weeks. I need to organize, you say. But you don't do it. Go to the drawer. Tonight. Dig. You will find a piece of the puzzle that you thought was lost. This is not a metaphor. Go to the physical location in your house that you avoid. The place where the junk is. The clutter is blocking the energy. Clear it. The answer is hidden in the mess. The lawyer, no, not a lawyer. An official. Someone with a badge or a title. They made a mistake on your file. A digit was wrong. A date was wrong. This error has caused a delay in your blessing. It has caused a redirection of resources that were meant for you. The universe is correcting the error. The glitch you experienced, the payment that didn't go through, the email that bounced, that was the system flagging the error. Do not get angry at the glitch. The glitch is the fix. Follow the trail of the error. Call the bank. Call the office. Ask them to check again. Check the date, you must say. Check the spelling. Push. Your intuition says something is wrong. You are right. Push until they find it. I am sensing a heavy heart regarding a family member. A parent, perhaps. Or a sibling. There is a distance there that feels like a canyon. You have tried to build bridges. They burn them. You have tried to explain yourself. They twist your words. You are tired of being the bigger person. You are tired of being the peacemaker. Stop making peace with war. Stop trying to heal someone who loves their sickness. Your command line is saying, detach. Not with hate. With love. But detach. You cannot save a drowning man if he is pulling you under. Let go of the hand. Save yourself. When you are on dry land, you can throw a rope. But you cannot swim for two. Amen.